What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings to everyone. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. And boy, Shedeur Sanders. This young brother keeps amazing the masses. And he still gets doubted on. I want to say shout out to the Jackson State Instagram page. They've done their research. I checked ESPN stats. It confirmed it. Not only Shedeur Sanders is number one in the Swac and passing completion percentage, also QBR is high, but he's number 2 in the FCS. He's number 2 in the FCS in passing percentage. Top 5 in the FCS in QBR. He's only thrown one interception, and that one interception was really caused by, if you really look at the film and take the bias out and be objective, the drag route that Warren Newman ran, he didn't sell it well. He's a great player. Not only that, not to take shots at the previous offensive coordinator, that was the problem. They would run the same things. The linebacker peeped that out at ULM, and he had a pick. Going forward with the creativity that Coach T.C. Taylor is doing, I expect less of those. Again, it's not a shot at the old offensive coordinator. That comes down to not trusting his players. Because when he was at Utah State, when he had Jordan Love, he was letting it rip. For some reason, he didn't trust the players at Jackson State to be calling newer plays. And offensive coordinator, to be an offensive coordinator, you got to trust your players. You have to believe in them, and that's what Coach TC is doing. He believes in Shedeur. He believes in the offensive line, even when they struggle at times. And speaking of offensive line, what did I say in a couple videos? You can run all the plays you want, but if the offensive line is not dominant, if they're not physical, if they don't want to punch someone in the mouth, things like that's not going to happen. The running game's going to be non-existent. There was a clip that I saw. It was Tony Gray. Tony Gray decapitated. I know it's a strong word, but he literally decapitated defensive lineman of Alabama A&M. Had to show you the clip just to show what a difference makes. That's what the O-line's supposed to do. You have opposing teams, media, dissing the O-line every single chance they got. Even people who are rooting for JSU, and it's warranted. When the offensive line is soft, there's no time to throw. The running game is just not there, and it causes problems, leaving the defense to do all the work. If you give Shedeur Sanders an extra second, the passing game, the creativity, all that will happen when you give your offense some time. I'm not saying that the offensive line got to be like Alabama, but an extra second, 2 seconds makes a difference. Now, this week they're playing against Alabama State. Alabama State, they play hard. They're physical. They're not going to lay down. They're well coached. And I know they got destroyed by Auburn. But that's a SEC school. That has a talented team and a talented defense. I know they lost 2 games, but they're in the SEC. They're an FBS team. I'm not gonna judge them for that. I still believe Jackson State should dominate throughout the rest of their games. Since they figured it out, they have to dominate. One thing I want to point out that I was really excited about was the RPO play action that Coach TC brought to this team. It makes a world of difference, I tell you. It makes a world of difference. A couple of partners of mine hitting me up saying, man, this offense is clicking on all cylinders. They're tough to beat. When Shedeur Sanders is running like that, and I like how he's tucking the ball more, ball security is the number one important thing, is number one priority. Because when you lose that ball and when it's turnover, you can't get that back. And Shedeur earlier in the season struggled with fumbles. I think he had in the first 2 or 3 games, he had a fumble each game. Clean that up. And it's correctable. It's correctable, and I'm glad he's fixing that. And look, it's the sky's the limit. Shane Hooks, he's injured. He's coming back. I believe 2 offensive linemen were injured in the Alabama A&M game. That's why there was so many false starts. Even though the offensive line drastically improved, the false starts were noticeable due to backups. That was pretty obvious. So when they come back, some more defensive players are going to get back. The sky's the limit. But shout out to Shedeur Sanders. He works hard. He doesn't bother nobody. He's not hating on anyone. He's confident, yes, but his whole family is confident. He's a Sanders. How you gonna be the son of Deion Sanders and not be confident? They want this brother to be just super quiet and modest and all that crap. He is who he is. He's Shedeur Sanders. He's a leader at a young age. Shout out to the CFL podcast. He made a great analogy. He compared Shedeur to one of those freshmen. Remember your high school years? There was that one cool freshman that hung out with seniors, and the seniors would look out for that freshman because he was cool for his age. That's Shedeur Sanders. Look at the body language. The team appreciates his not only his leadership, but quarterback play. He shares the wealth. He doesn't play favoritism. He spreads the ball out. If you're open, you're going to get the ball. That's how Shedeur does it. If you're open, you're going to get the ball. Before I go out, I'll say this. Since Shedeur Sanders is number 1 in completion percentage, QBR, and a Swac, how is he a game manager? I want you all to answer that. How is he a game manager? And the nerve of some of these shines who exaggerate everything to diss fans and fans of his and JSU fans total. I don't get it. The Jackson State fans have something to cheer about for a long time. And you want to shit on it because they're excited to have a quarterback that could change their program. No one said that Shedeur Sanders is Peyton Manning or Joe Montana or Dan Marino. Matter of fact, a lot of people compared him to Jacoby Brissett. I've heard others compare him to Geno Smith, who played at West Virginia, but with a better mind. Like, he's built like Geno Smith. His movements, but he has a high IQ. That's the only difference. I've never heard anyone say that he's this or that, but at the end of the day, he's Shedeur Sanders. And he's going to be a problem for the Swac for years. And he's going to be even better next year. So who has the last laugh now? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, everyone. Y'all have a blessed day.